Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, Van Dweller, back with another edition of Classic Tetris Monthly, the Masters event for October 2024. And what we've got for you today is what? Orange? Orange, you glad there's Tetris today? I am. All right, well, we got 3 matches for you. The first match is going to be Dog playing Tetris versus Cobra. The second match is going to be the Dengler versus DANV Pants. And the third match is going to be the winners of each of those 2 prior matches. So those are the 3 matches we've got for you today. This will determine the semifinalists out of the orange bracket. And by the way, we got one more bracket to finish here before we get to the semis and finals, and that's the blue bracket. That's going to be tomorrow, 25 hours from now. So whatever time it is where you are, a day and an hour. That's tomorrow. It's going to be Miles versus Laser and Fractal against Ramations, and then the winners of that. We've already got winners in our red bracket. That's Blue Scooty. We have a winner in our green bracket. And that was, wait, was that? Oh my God, wait, that just happened last night. Wait, who won? Oh my God. It was Cole, right? Was it me? Wait, who won last night? I totally forgot. Meme. It was meme. It was meme. Exactly. Right. Okay. I totally forgot. I was like, wait a minute. What? What happened? Meme won. I was there. I don't have a memory. You know, listen, this stuff happens and I'm like totally gone. Anyway, it was meme. So it's going to be, that's right, meme and Scooty. And then the 2 players that we have coming out of the orange and blue brackets. I don't know. It could be anybody. It's a toss-up. Who knows? But what we've got today is the orange bracket. I know. I got to report it live for real. My mind is slipping. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take a look at our rules. Do we even know what this is? Do we even know what this is? Well, I'm about to tell you. It is a 16 players single elimination tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. On NTSC consoles, players can play on emulator or consoles so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. Oh, that's right. It is DANV and DENGLER first, actually. All right, that's fine. Calm down. Players can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons used or turbo functions, whether electronical or mechanical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any real-time advice, whether in the room or on their ear over Discord or whatever, telling them about their opponent's board state or what they should do, or, oh, look out, here comes the drought, da-da-da-da-da, get out your trout. And do not pause unless the commentator tells you. Level 18 starts all the way through the Masters event. We will have a level 39 super kill screen. Players make sure that is turned on. And same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. Points over the traditional 9999999 max out do count. Best of 5 throughout, and the winner gets absolutely something. And that is a share in a prize pool, which currently stands at $1,270.56. Now, where does this money come from? It doesn't fall from the sky. It doesn't come from, I don't know, the Federal Reserve just sending us the checks or whatever. No, this comes, well, it might, I don't know. It comes from you, the fans. The fans are where the prize pool comes from. And that is it. We have no sponsors. I don't put anything in. It comes from you, the fans. And the only way it's going to get bigger is by you, the fans, making it so. Now, right now, we are poised to pay the top 4 finishers in this tournament. But if we get to our $2,000 incentive, we will pay the top 8 And that is good for the players because, like, it's twice as many players get a prize. And it means if you make it in the top 8, you get a prize. So you just win one match and you're in. So, you know, that's very motivating for players. Say, all right, even if I don't get all the way, if I could just win my way to the next round, at least I'll get a little bit of a payday, and that is very nice. So the prize pool is the number one thing that keeps the players coming back, putting in the time to get better and entering this tournament. So if you do want to make sure that players continue to want to do that, you want to contribute to the prize pool. If you're watching right now, which presumably you are, I don't know. Well, I guess you're watching. If you're watching live, use the Matcherino command in chat. That will bring up a link. That'll take you to the landing page for this tournament. It's a 2-click login, right? You just say, I want to log in with Twitch. And yes, I allow it. And then you can go ahead and contribute. The top right-hand corner has a contribute link. You click on that. And it allows you to contribute money. There's also, I think, some sponsor quests that will contribute small amounts. So you just click on this little thing, and it says, oh, I want to follow this stupid streamer. And you follow them, and it kicks in like a couple of cents into the prize pool. That's free to do. Go ahead and do that. And yeah, so please, please, please go ahead and contribute. It is $7 Sunday. So if you want to contribute $7 to the prize pool, or a number with 7 in it, 7, 17, 777, $70, you know, we'll take it. We are only $719.44 away from our incentive. So, you know, help us out, or help the players out, really. Okay. And if you want to help the channel out, if you want to ensure that the players keep having this competitive venue, it doesn't happen for free. Okay. You can go to Patreon, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. That will allow you to provide regular, ongoing, recurring support to me and the channel, and it tells us, hey, yeah, we want there to continue to be monthly Tetris, right? How many things have you had in your life that kind of went away, and you know, oh, I used to love that store, nobody shopped there, you know? So it's the same kind of thing. You don't want something to stay and stick around, and you don't want it to go away, well, you got to support it. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. I want to thank everybody who is supporting us. We had a couple people over the weekend sign up, Tom J. and Josh Como, who signed up for Patreon. Thank you to you two. Also, thank you to our Mega Masters level contributors, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, and Tacnerus. Corporal 381 shall be satisfied. The Masters level, bracket sponsor level, CatKit 91, Jay in the window, Troy, Dan, and Kim S. And then our sticker and double sticker club level members and our community level members and stickers do go out on a, I don't know, I guess on a random basis. Averages out to 1 or 2 stickers a month. And they go out to anyone's sticker club and above. So if you want to get exclusive CTM stickers, then that is the way to do it. So go ahead and support us, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. I have to set up our scenes because I forgot that DANV and DENGLER were going first, and I kind of messed it up. So let me just go ahead and fix that real quick, and then we will get started. All right, there's number 8. Here's number 9. DANV, are you on cat surgery? Where are you at? Okay. And Dan, you'll be happy to know that I am not recording to the file path that you want. I forgot to switch it, but I'll switch it out. Okay, so I think we are just about there. Let me refresh these streams. All right, there he is. Oh, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at this guy. There he is. Living his best life. All right, just give me a moment. We will get this started. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and give players some pieces. Players here are your pieces. And let's see, this is not the droid you're looking for. This is the droid you're looking for. Okay, very good. All right, do I have all this correct? Sorry, I'm on a different computer, so all my stuff doesn't, my buttons on my Stream Deck do not work. So. All right, we got to fix these cams and then we'll get in business. All right, there he is. There's bro. There's the other bro. So the pieces are 95CC C095 Charlie 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 0. Oh, and DANV has got that dreaded CT UK Tetris gym. All right, you got your double kill screen turned on, I'm sure, DANV. I don't know how to tell, but I'm sure you do. Rowan V says, finally able to catch the live stream instead of having to watch the VOD. Well, welcome. Glad you are here. Do you think of any specific Charlie when you say Charlie? I think of Charlie Moore, the guy from the fishing show. Okay. Looks like both players are ready. It is, well, our first matchup, technically the second match of the orange bracket, here between DENGLER and DANV. Let's go ahead and get them started. If I can find my thing. There it is. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left, we've got DENGLER. On the right, we've got DANV. DENGLER out of the United States of America. I've been there. I like it. It's very united. There are lots of states there. DENGLER, of course, famous for the first ever perfect max out. That is a max out 999,999 plus points without any burns whatsoever. Just all Tetrises the entire way. Coming out of the US, seed 8, PB of 5.43 million, good for 13th on the leaderboard when last I checked. That's been in the Masters event semi-finals 2 times, including, I think, was it the prior 2 months? Is that right? Is that correct? My research staff? I don't know, but has been in the semis 2 times, including the previous 2. And in the CTWC cinematic universe, has finished in the top 4 this year in the CTWC World Championship and in the top 8 in 2023, and also took down the Northeast qualifier, first place in that. That is the DENGLER. DANV setting up the Vits. Has to block the well, though. And DANV on the right side with a 3.83 million PB. 18th on the leaderboard when I checked. Out of the United Kingdom, so united. or the Great Britain. It's so great. It's great and united. Either way. And DANV does have a Masters event victory. That was in May 2023, a faster Masters event. And interestingly, DANV, even though having won a Masters event, has only one other time of having made even the semifinals in a Masters event, and that was back in February 2023. So DANV with a shot to make a semifinals again. 286 for DANV, 302 for DENGLER. DANV also, CTWC-wise, finished in the top 16 in 2022 and went out in the top 32 in 2021, 2023, and 2024. It's a lot of travel to finish in that top 32. Dan, also our intrepid YouTube editor and uploader for Classic Tetris Monthly. And we love him very much. 382 for Dan, 359 for DENGLER. Tetris for DANV, 405. $7 contribution here on $7 Sunday from Jade Hart. Thank you very, very much. Oh, did DANV also win Paris? Is that right? All right, well, let me update my little thing and I will make a note. So yeah, I mean, my source for all this stuff is Liquipedia, and unfortunately, Liquipedia is not updated, so if it's not in there, I'm not gonna remember. I don't even remember who won the green bracket last night. You think I'm gonna remember Paris? I have to do all this in advance, right? So that's maybe a plug for Liquipedia. I think they are desperately in need of Liquipedia editors. People to update stuff here, so... it's a wiki, but called Liquipedia. So get in touch with, I don't know, Marfram, I guess? Game Scout knows a bit about it. 525 here for DANV, 521 for DENGLER. But they definitely need help. So if you're somebody who wants to get involved with the Classic Tetris community, maybe you're not in a position to help financially, but you can help with, your time, that would be a great way to do it. They have I think they have a Discord server. If somebody knows the Discord server for the Tetris Liquipedia, that would be a good thing to do because I rely on it. I like to try to have, oh, nice adjustment for DENGLER with that J to make room for that T. That was crazy. But I do try to, it's just the Liquipedia Discord. Well, you can get over there and get in the Tetris channel. Anyway, I rely on it for information when I'm preparing for these broadcasts. 641 for DANV into 19. 620 for DENGLER into 19. So big transitions here in game number 1 of this match between DENGLER and DANV. I guess it's discord.com/invite/Liquipedia. Thank you, Stolen Short Sword. 718 for Dan here in level 20. 672 for DENGLER. DANV ahead by about 2 Tetrises. Tetris is on 22, worth, 26,400? Thank you, R75. So anyway, get involved with that Liquipedia. That's like, I really do rely on that. And really, somebody should update my page. I have a page on there there's there's nothing on there. I don't think. I think it's kind of gauche to update your own Wikipedia page. But like Chris Forrest has a novel, so I don't know. 910 for Dengler, 927 for DANV. Actually, you know, it's some players who don't who have played a master still don't have Wikipedia pages, like COBRA. COBRA does not have a page, and so you can't even look up like the head-to-head matches or anything like that. 978 for Dengler, Tetris for DANV. He's got the max out. He's on level 26 now. Tetris Dengler, he's got a max out now. He's on 27. DANV gets a Tetris. He's got the B33. That is 1.1 million points. He's got potentially 3 more Tetrises if he goes without burns here before 29. It's tough to do, but there's one of them. He's got the 1.2. So both players cooking here. Dengler with the 1.15 as well. All right, DANV going to try to keep that well uncovered and get a well-timed long bar now. And long bar goes over, transitioning a little bit high. He's going to have to bring this down. Long bar goes in. That's a split triple. That's going to help DANV bring this down. So he's at C58 now on level 30. C18 for Dengler. So DANV ahead by about a Tetris. Tetrises on 29 are worth 36,000 points. So that gives you a sense of how close or far apart these players are. All right, Dengler trying to work this stack back down. DANV trying to work his down. So both players really in the same spot. Dengler's board starting to climb a little bit. DANV's got a lead by about 40,000 points now. Now Dan's board starting to climb. Oh no, that J piece to the left, DANV. Got to work this out. No, that's going to be a top out for DANV. At C92 is the target for Dengler. So Dengler's got a low board. It's getting lower. He's got a target here, C92. So he's a Tetris worth of points away, less than that. And he can, he's got 50 lines to go, so he can just single and double this out. And he's just now 4,000 points away. 2,000, 1,000, and there it is. Dengler is going to go ahead and take game number 1. GG's. Got a bug bite on my left bicep, and it's just been annoying me for like 2 or 3 days. And it's like right in a spot that's easy to scratch, you know, and I'm a person who likes to scratch, you know, so I just can't help it. Crazy. All right, let's get our players some new pieces now. Okay, where's our thing? There it is. All right, the new pieces are going to be EB-C528 Echo Bravo C5. I guess that's Charlie 528. Echo Bravo Charlie 528. I have a bug bite near a new tattoo in my arm, and it takes so much not to scratch it. Yeah, you know, if I put a Band-Aid over it, I'm fine, but like I need that initial just kind of mental oh yeah, I shouldn't scratch that, but otherwise I'll just scratch it forever. I love scratching stuff, picking stuff. Oh, I love it. Oh my God. Popping this, scratching that, picking that. Oh my God. It's nuts. All right, both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them started. Game number 2. Dengler up 1 game to none. 3-2-1 Tetris. Do you fill in the spaced in letters with a pen for fun? Oh, the spaces in letters? I don't do that. No, I don't do that. Well, I mean, I can't say I've never done it, but I don't do that. But I am a doodler, you know? Tetris says, I'll admit I love the smell of gasoline. Oh, yeah, I'm the same way. When I was a kid, I would go to that gas station with my mom, and I would just, oh, this smells so good. It's really crazy. It explains a lot. DANV with the spin tuck of the T. I love it. That was one of the few things that was, you know, like a cool thing to do that I did when I was a kid. I know I definitely did that T spin tuck when I was a kid. I remember having done it very clearly. But other than that, that was a disaster. I think my PB when I was a kid was like, I don't know, 270 or something. It wasn't very high. 185 from DANV, 183 from DENGLER. Zelazawi, by the way, thanks for the tier 1 resub. Resubscribe for 6 months. At tier 1, 15 months overall. Thank you. Also, thank you, Sage, for the tier 1 resub. Appreciate that. $260 for DANV, $198 DENGLER. DANV going to get a nice long bar to fill in the middle of his stack. Tetris DANV 328 through 67, so players showing early signs of maybe another 600K transition. 294 DENGLER. There's another Tetris DANV. All right, DANV just kind of like, oh, maybe that's going to be a spin tuck of some sort, and it was not. More Vandy life news. I did install a one of those shower heads that also has a handle on a a little hose thing. So that was a good thing to do this morning. Nice little Vits from DANV. There's nothing better than having like a nozzle, like a little spray nozzle on a hose in your shower. That's amazing. Costco has a good deal right now on those, so if you're a Costco fan and you want one, get it. 449 DANV, 408 DENGLER. Vandy, do you know about Costcodal? No, is that like Wordle but Costco? Oh, well, someone please fill me in. I got to know what that is. 475 for DANV. He's getting up a little bit high here. Good flat stack, though. But now kind of piled up high in columns 5 through 8. Going to get a Tetris down and another one to bring it down. 525. 459 DENGLER. DANV ahead by 10 lines. Every day they give you a Costco product and you guess the price. Ooh. I do go to Costco once a week. Oh no, Dengler in trouble here. This is going to take some concentration. Now he's got time to work it out. You know, still 15 lines to go until 19. Okay. Getting there. He's uncovered. All right, that is going to be good. Looks like he's going to get out of this. You don't want a commentator curse him, but it looks like he's just one piece away. There we go. And a long bar down for the Tetris, just in time for that 19 transition at 5:02. DANV 6:03. He's heading into 20 with a Tetris 6:28. So yeah, kind of a scary moment for Dengler, but he's still around. Tetris says top players just get the pieces, and it's mad annoying. Tetris DANV 7:05. 6:28 after a Tetris for Dengler. Oh, nice adjustment for Dengler to accommodate a little T-tuck there, and that's how you get after, you know, working for perfect max out. You just know all the little adjustments. That was pretty nifty. I have not seen that exact thing, but that was great. 7:38 for Dengler, 7:66 for DANV. Another Tetris, DANV 797, Dengler 795. So they're pretty darn close in score and lines. All right, Tetris, Dengler, 858, 863 DANV. And both players are going to Tetris again. They're on level 25. We're just about 40 lines away from that 29 transition. Pieces now falling about every 2/3 of a second, or they take 2/3 of a second to get from top to bottom. And on 29, it will take 1/3 of a second to get from top to bottom, which is just crazy. That's why clearing lines is, helpful, because you get that line clear delay. It gives you an extra moment to process. So when you can take a burn, that is like a helpful little thing. Max out here for Dengler and another Tetris. A53, 995 for DANV. There's a Tetris. He's got the max out on 27. The only thing you get from Costco is the hot dogs, Vandy. Who you kidding? Okay. It's comedy, peak comedy. A98 from DANV, B56 Dengler. Vandy, have you tried Nestris.org? I have. B81 for DANV, C27 for Dengler as we head into the 29 phase of the game. Be 100 lines of this speed, and we have a level 39 double kill screen implemented at 39. So players are like less than a Tetris apart. Yeah, I'm more of a chicken bake guy, not a hot dog guy. All right, Dengler bringing it down, C76. DANV still about 25,000 points back. Line counts very similar. Tetris for Dengler, D17. Finally, DANV able to set up for a Tetris and get it, D08. Another Tetris, Dengler. DANV set up for one. There's a Tetris. He's got two dependencies. He's got two pieces to fit in there. Trying to get set up again. The square will do it. Trying to hang on for a bar. Board getting a little bit high here. And oh no, DANV's right side. How is he going to bring this down? He can't. And DANV going to top out at D54. Dengler still going, but he is already good. GG Dengler. Jimmy says, first time watching a live event. Greetings from Greece. Well, that's like, did you know there's a guy named Jimmy the Greek? You're Jimmy the Greek. All right, Dengler going for a rollover. There's a Tetris one away from the rollover. Rollover is 1.6 million. And that will be shown with a 0 as the leading digit. That means a 1.6. And seeing if he can get a 1.7. There's a double. And that's going to do it. Dengler at the 1.7, dunking on Dan a little bit. He's going to go up 2 games to none. All right. What is Dengler's side table there? Is that just like a stack of weights or something, like weight plates? What is that? Or is it just kind of film cans, like, you know, where they put movies in there? What is it? Oh, it's coins. Ah, giant coins. That makes sense. They are large coins. All right, new pieces from these players, or for these players. 2A0E39, 2A0E39. Rodri Escoffier with the Prime resub, 16 months. Says, nice dig. Thank you so much, Rodri Escoffier. All right, looks like both players are ready. My seed checker doesn't work, so I just have to compare them up there. Okay, let's go ahead and get them started. It is game 3. Dengler looking to wrap it up. Right now, DANV needs to win to continue. 3-2-1 Tetris. Are you carving pumpkins this year, Vandy? I don't know. That's a good question. We're going to carve. See, we live in an apartment. So if you carve a pumpkin, you're like putting a pumpkin out in an enclosed hallway. Like we have an enclosed hallway, you know, like it's inside. So I think it would start to smell a little bit inside. So it's not something we would do. In fact, we don't really get any trick-or-treaters. There are children in the building, but we also have a lot of weirdos in the building, so I don't think people are too keen on, you know, carting their kids around to the denizens of this particular apartment complex. So we might not even buy any candy. We've bought candy the last few years and had literally 0 trick-or-treaters. All right, DANV getting up a little bit high on this board. Going to uncover that right side well. Just going to try and take it down flat, burn, square. There we go. And long bar over Tetris. DANV out of danger and another Tetris. DANV at 121, Dengler at 140. You know, when we were in a house, you know, we would have a lot of kids, and I would also give out, like, you know, packs of baseball cards were an option. But kids don't know what baseball is now. 166 DANV, 166 Dengler. Same score, one line apart. They do this thing in Seattle neighborhoods where businesses and department dentists just sit out on the main drag in lawn chairs and hand out candy. Oh yeah, what is that like? What is that, like a trunk or ween or something? Trunk or treat? $22.44 contribution to the prize pool from Uncle Ungie. By the way, yeah, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. Jade Hart with the $7 Sunday. And also Ben Jacobs had a contribution overnight, $20 into that prize pool. Thank you for... Now, trunk or treat sounds like a lot. That sounds like, all right, if you don't take a treat, we're going to put you in the trunk. I don't think that's a very good name for that phenomenon. Trunk or treat? Hilbert Space on $7 Sunday with the $77.77 into the prize pool. Thank you so much, Hilbert Space. Really appreciate that. That's going to get us up to $1377.77. Yeah, so maybe I won't call it trunk or treat anymore. $354 for DANV, $375 because obviously you're gonna opt for a treat, not to go in the trunk. Tetris Dengler, $399, $399 for DANV. So close in lines and score again. Tetris Dengler, $470, $430 for DANV. I don't think these players have faced each other in a CTM Masters event, but they did face each other in a Challengers circuit. That was the one thing I was able to dig up, and DANV won it 3-2. Back in last year. That was the month that DANV won the Challenger circuit. DANV has won a Hopefuls Futures, Challengers, and Masters event. One of the few people to have done that. 501 DANV, 561 Dengler. $619 for DANV into 19, $657 for Dengler. So some more big paces from these players. But DANV is up high on the board. There's a very welcome long bar and a very welcome LP. So DANV looks like he's out of danger. Here it is 19, so players are not as in danger as much as it looks to me. If I were up that high on 19, I'd be dead. Tetris Dengler, 759. Dan, 659. 100,000 point lead. All right, Tetris DANV, 718. 816 for Dengler. Still about that 100,000 point lead for Dengler. Tetris Dan 753. There's one Dengler 848. A reminder that if you are an Amazon Prime member, you do get a Twitch Prime subscription to apply to the streamer of your choice every single month. So, use it or lose it. Keep us in the rotation. $5 Euro super chat from Kip Duran says, wow, $20 Matcherino contribution from a Kip Duran. What an amazing person. Thank you, Kip Duran, for your €5 super chat, your $20 contribution to the prize pool, which says these kids could use a good trunking these days. Okay, I'm not going to read that part. But Kip Duran says thinks these kids could use a good trunking. And Maitre Witien, thanks for the 777 into that prize pool. Both of those are going to get us to 1405. Max out for Dengler, looking for more. A27 for Dan V. One more Tetris available, but would prefer to just bring this down. No, he's going to go for the dirty and gets it. And look at this. He's going to be able to access that gap pretty easily. BO2 from Dan V. C25 from Dengler on level 29. Tetris for Dengler. So Dengler with about 150,000 point lead, and this is the decision you've got to make if you're Dan V. Am I just going to go for it? And take risks, or am I going to hope that that Dengler tops out, or a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B? What am I going to do? It's a tough spot to be in. Dengler still Tetrising along. He's at D63. Dan V at B77. Dengler another Tetris. He's got the E04 on 32. Dan V with a Tetris C22. Dengler up 200,000 points. We got 60 lines to go to that 39 super kill screen. Dan V going to complicate his board a little bit. Board starting to climb. Dengler open for a Tetris, has to take it down. Dan V going to top out at C30. Really nothing he can do with that board. Dengler is good and will sweep out Dan V. We'll watch Dengler mulling it out a little bit. Look for another rollover, and he's got it on 35. This is a huge pace. Thank you for the $15.15 from Game Scout. That is so wholesome, Game Scout. You're such a wholesome member of the community. That is gonna bring our prize pool up to 14, 20, 69. Dengler has got the rollover. He's got the 1.7. He's hunting for a 1.8. There's a Tetris. He's got the 1.8 million. Is he going to set up here? He's going to get set up looking for a quick bar here. And there's a Tetris. He's got the 1.83. I'm not sure how much more he's going to be able to get. And there is a top out from Dengler. 1.8 million from Dengler to Dan V's paltry 1.2 million. But no, thank you very much, guys. Dan V, hope to see you here again. I promise I will switch the path for the recordings. All right, we're going to go ahead and set up for our next match. It's going to be Dog versus Cobra. Dengler, don't go far. All right, so we're just looking for Dog playing SMB1. Is that who I've got? Dog playing SMB1. You're already live? Oh, for some reason it's not coming up. Maybe I've spelled it wrong. Let me refresh it. Really? That's what I got. Did I spell it wrong? I'll refresh again. Oh, there we go. All right. OBS was glitching? Sure it was. Let's blame OBS. All right, give me a moment. I will be back in about 90 seconds. And then we'll get this underway. I gotta set this up. Sorry, everything takes a little bit longer just because I'm on a different computer and I have to do stuff manually rather than with my buttons. All right, so go ahead and warm up. Be right back. Alrighty, Roo folks. Let us go ahead and, oops, sorry. Let us go ahead and get this going. Let me just move the cam over here. Doodly do. Give these players some pieces. All right, folks, the pieces are going to be C6, CE25, Charlie 6, Charlie Echo 25. Thank you for the ping deck. Maitre Wittia, thank you for the tier 1 sub. 30 months, amazing. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Kipdron says, Vandy, do these super chats go to the prize pool or to CTM operation costs? They do not go to the prize pool. Edson Barros with the $10 whatever from Brazil, whatever the 10 from Brazil is, thank you for that as well. They go to CTM. The only way to fund the prize pool is through Matcherino. Everything else goes into the general pool, including paying people out and, of course, paying our CEO salary. Which is this, the smallest thing of all. Okay, let's go ahead and check our pieces, make sure they are good. C6 CE25, C6 CE25. Okay, looks like we are ready. It's going to be Dog and Cobra in round 1 of the orange bracket, our 1 and 16 seed. Let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Player starting off with the STZL, Stitzel. I could go for some Stitzel right now. That sounds delicious. Some Stitzel and gravy. Anyway. All right, on our left side, it's going to be Dog, our number 1 seed. Qualifying in with a 1.8 million average of 2 games in an hour. Dog, of course, so many accomplishments in the world of classic Tetris. You know him as a 2-time CTWC world champion, an 8-time CTM winner, both in the Masters event and in the Lone Star event in 2023. He has finished 5 consecutive years in at least the semifinals or higher in CTWC championship. Winner of a DAS Masters in August 2024, and most recently captivated the world with the first ever rebirth run playing on a crashless Jim ROM all the way to and through level 255, looping around back to level 0 and through again to level 91. So that was quite a game. In so doing, attained a personal best score of 29.4 million, which is a world record. And that was just a few weeks ago. So that is Dog on the left, out of the United States of America. On the right side, it's Cobra, who's a very nice kid. All right, 188 for Cobra, 193 for Dog. No, Cobra I believe this is his second Masters event, so good to see him back. Out of the United States, 16 seed, qualifying in with a 1.311 million average of 2. 2.55 million PB, good for 26 on the leaderboard. Is a semi-finalist in this year's Lone Star Open Championship. Went out to Blue Scooty, who was the eventual winner of that event. And in the DAS Lone Star event, went out in the top 8 versus Sharky, the eventual winner. So it took the winners of these events to knock out Cobra. And good to see him back here in Masters for the second time. CTWC, I believe 2024 was Cobra's first CTWC. I believe it was hard to dig up the info, but went out against Rhubarb, which, maybe that one You want to look back on that one and critically evaluate, like, rhubarb, really? No, just kidding. 326 for Cobra, 334 for Dog. But Cobra out of the USA as well. Anyway, it is game number 1. Excited to see what these two players can do. I might have to adjust one of these screens a little tiny bit. And, you know, that's okay. 405 for Dog right now, 419 for Cobra, so Cobra in the lead. I think that's better. A little bit better. 451 for Dog now after a Tetris. 465 for Cobra. Cobra setting up that long bar in column 9. Taking a skim, taking another skim. Trying to keep that well open. A little bit of a mini drought here for Cobra, waiting for that bar. And finally, a bar for Dog and a bar for Cobra. 494, Cobra 480. For Dog, he's going to get another Tetris as well. Money Rich in YouTube chat says, anyone know where I could get a CRT? Yeah, you've got to go on either, if you're in the United States, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Those are two good places. A lot of thrift stores don't even have them anymore. They don't even accept them. Depends on your area. And if that doesn't work, none of that works, you can go on eBay, but you're going to be paying a bit extra for shipping, and they're a little overpriced over there because you're competing with the entire world. And people always think they have gold. Like, oh man, an Emerson 13-inch CRT, that's got to be worth $100. 620 for Dog, 589 for Cobra. There's a nice Z-spin on that right side. He's got one more Tetris available. He's going to get it with a Tetris into 19 at 616 for Cobra. So pretty similar 19 transitions for these players. Stolen Short Sword says, I know what I have. True. Sue is cooking a pot roast in the other room, and it smells amazing. So very distracted right now. Dog going to open up that cover on the well. Long bar over Tetris. 698 for him, 696 for Cobra. Tetris Dog 752, 726 for Cobra. There are players who do play with an NES, but not on a CRT. I mean, in the past, I think Tristop has done that. Brodendamp has done that. If you have a, fast enough monitor or TV with like a game mode, there will be a little bit of input delay, but if you're just, if you're just kind of beginning playing classic Tetris and you've got an appropriate flat screen, you might be able to get away with it for a while. Just as you learn the rotations and you just want to play, it can work for a while. Fractal, I think, still plays when he's away at college, still plays on a monitor with the retro USB AVS as well. 835 Cobra, 930 for Dog. So there are ways around it. But there's nothing like a CRT. $899 for Cobra, $963 for Dog. I feel like my eyes don't hurt as much when I'm doing things on a CRT as opposed to like a LED monitor. All right, Dog with the max out on 26. Cobra. All right, long bar over. That's going to help bring this down. Another long bar to the left. All right, looks like Cobra should be able to uncover that well. Yes, now he's going to wait out this bar. There's the bar and the Tetris for Cobra. 950 on 27. Dog at B02 on 27. 14 lines to go until that 29 transition for Dog. He's already got the 1.1. Tetris for Dog. He's got two more potentially available. He's got a B72. That B is a 1.1 million. The A is for a million, B 1.1 million, C 1.2, etc. Until you get past the F, and then it loops back around to the number 0 and then keeps going again. Into 29 for Dog at C44. There'll be 100 lines of this speed till we get to that 39 super kill screen. Cobra is in at B04. That's a 1.1. Dog with a Tetris D18. Another Tetris for Dog, D57. Cobra here in his second Masters appearance. Dog's board is starting to get a little bit high here. He's going to take some triples. He knows he's got a lead. He does not need to get super risky, especially against a player kind of making his second appearance here. Dog with a lot of competitive experience. And a Tetris here for Cobra, B74. He's back by about 250,000 points. Is that right? Oh no, Cobra, that left side, it's going to be a problem. And that is going to be a top out for Cobra at B76 on level 32. Dog is good in game number 1. GG's. All right, another Tetris here for Dog. He's going to go for the rollover. And that's a tough spot to be in, you know, as kind of a player with less experience here in Masters going against Dog. And, you know, it's like you really can't count on Dog to like have a blow up and just top out and whatever. So in a way, you just have to go aggressive and kind of hope you can, you know, maybe gamble a little bit here and there. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it might be the only chance you have against a player like that. I mean, certainly a first ballot, probably unanimous Tetris Hall of Famer. And Dog has got the rollover. No jokes. No, he's farming stats. He just wants rollovers. All right, Dog going to get that one on his board over there. All right, let's give these players their new pieces when they are ready for them. Kip Duron with the Tier 1 resub, 10 months. Thank you, Kip. Appreciate that. Kip always finding ways to support Classic Tetris Monthly. $63608B. 63608B. If there were a Tetris Hall of Fame, anyone who doesn't vote Dog should be thrown out the window. That's like there's certain players who just, it's stupid, like in baseball, who were not 100%. Like, how did, like, Jeter was not 100% Hall of Famer, but Mariano Rivera was a closer? Like, there's much more of an argument that a closer is not a Hall of Famer than Derek Jeter. $63608B. 63608B is what we are looking for. And you always got to check the B's versus the 8s. 63608B. Okay, we are good. Question for everyone. What 4 people would you put on the Mount Rushmore of Tetris? It's been a while since we've done that question. I don't know if my answer would be different than it was 2 years ago. Interesting. I have my answer. All right, both players are ready. It is game number 2. Dog is up 1-0. 3-1 Tetris. Dengler says, why the hell is bro eating Chick-fil-A mid-match? I mean, I used to do that in the middle of the streams. So, you know, I would get my fly right chicken. Kip Duron says, Jonas, Vandy, and then Tristop twice. Sounds good. I'll take it. All right, so far, Dog with 114,000 through the 20 lines. He's going to burn his first line of the game. 95,000 for Cobra. Tetris Cobra, 190,000 Tetris for Dog, 209. Same line count early on in this game number 2. Cobra in his CTM debut went out against Neko in a 3-2 round 1, and then Neko would go on to go out of the tournament against Dog playing Tetris. So Cobra's paths intersecting here with Dog, or could have. Either way, it's just tough to win a Tetris tournament nowadays without getting through a player like Dog or a handful of, other amazing generational players. So tough to win when you've got that ability at the top. 373 for Dog, 258 for Cobra. And DENGLER is awaiting the winner of this match here. $265 from Cobra, $377 for Dog. And Cobra in a little bit of a bind here. He's going to open up that little well. A couple of long bars here are going to help. And he's going to take it down. Okay, that's a nice L to fit in there, and he's bringing it down. He's back down to safety, just a couple of lines away. Okay, there we go. Tetris for Cobra, 296. Long bar over, Tetris Dog, 408 through 92. He's going to take a nice safety triple. And see Dog with these just last millisecond adjustments. $484 from Dog. Tetris Cobra, 364, 552 for Dog. And we're just a couple lines away from that 19 transition. The speed will increase by 50%. Dog is in at 600,000. Cobra with a Tetris into 19 at 411. So Dog right now with a 200,000 point lead. Tetris Dog 701. All right, Tetris 811 for Dog, 578 for Cobra. The Dog continuing to build on the lead a little bit, but actually coming into a little bit of a slowdown. That's going to allow Cobra to cut into it now. But still about that 200,000 point lead. $760 for Cobra, $940 for Dog. Cobra with a Tetris. Tetris Dog, $978. Good flat stacking here for Dog. Picture perfect stack. Cobra working it out. There's a long bar down for a Tetris 862. Max out for Dog on 27. Tetris Cobra 901. Dog is into 29 at B65. The speed has now doubled. Cobra in at 979. So Cobra with a lot to do here. Dog now with that 1.2 million. Cobra with a good board, though. He's going to get a Tetris A21 for him. Dog with some cleanup to do. And this is a bit tricky here. Cobra with another Tetris A58. Another Tetris for Cobra A96. He's got a good board, and he's set up again for another Tetris, and he's now within 100,000 points of Dog. So Cobra able to use that slowdown that Dog was having to his benefit. There's a Tetris for Dog, C79. Tetris for Dog, D20. All right, now it's Cobra in a little bit of a slowdown here, kind of a high middle. He's going to have to work around that, taking a few burns along the way. Tetris for both, CO6 Cobra, D68 for Dog. Tetris Cobra, C52. All right, Cobra set up kind of a middle well triple there, trying to bring this down. Dog going to take a triple, D90. Cobra's board starting to climb a little bit, but he's got some burns to take. And he takes them. He's actually set up for a dirty Tetris, and he gets it. And I think that's what Cobra's got to do now, is take those little aggressive chances. D12 for him, E12 for Dog. So Cobra again within 100,000 points. Tetris for Cobra, D69, E13 for Dog. Cobra set up again. And there's a Tetris for Cobra. Dog's board starting to climb. Cobra needs something for that left side, and he can't get that over. I'm not sure what he can do. But Cobra with the E15, he's within 9,000 points, so Cobra almost completing a chase down. Dog was topping out, and Cobra ended up topping out just with 9,000 points to go. So, oh my word, Cobra substantially closing the gap. What an effort. And Dog is gonna win game 2 just by the skin of his teeth there. Cobra had a real shot. My word. Great game. All right, we're going to go ahead and give these players some pieces when you are ready. A95DD9. A95DD9. That was so close. That game was crazy. But Cobra is showing you something there. All right. Both players ready. Let's get them started. Game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Starting off with the OOJT. Is that right? Okay. I've been just making sure to triple check that the pieces are the same at the beginning, just in case I didn't get the seed check right. You know, it's a lot of save time by not playing. You know, we used to do that in the past before we checked the seeds, or when it was a lot looser. We would waste a lot of time by playing games that would end up being nullified. €2 super chat from Kipter on 24-hour Vandy max out chase stream when. I'll do that soon. Maybe do a little stream there. I mean, I've got to put in some time. I got to get that max out this year, or else. Tetris Dog, he's got the 101 Cobra Tetris 120, and Cobra gets one. Dog gets 123. So same lines. 3,000 point lead for Dog as we get underway in game number 3. A prize pool for Vandy. You know, listen, I can't wait that long. Kip says, when Vandy maxes, everyone is going to go nuts. I will probably be the least excited. I am not someone who, like, jumps around and yells. It'll just be, you know, quiet little fist pump, I think, is pretty much... I mean, I'm not doing that on purpose. I just don't, I don't know. I don't go, ah, you know, I don't go nuts. I mean, probably it's going to be like 2026 for real. But I'll try. 245 for Dog, 228 for Cobra. Kip says, I'm going to go streaking in my town when you max. All right, don't do that. But if you do that, I want video. Saying I have to freak out for when it gets covered in the scout video. I don't think it's going to get covered in anyone's video. 298 for Cobra, 314 for Dog. All right, Dog with a spire that he's working around here, able to get a, I believe that was a Tetris to bring that down. And build around that spire, work it down, and start Tetrising again. Now, oh no, Cobra! What the heck? Cobra had a spire in the middle of the stack and hung, it looks like a J, or hung that J piece on it, or dead dropped a Z piece and hung a J, and that's gonna do it for Cobra. All of a sudden, that was very sudden and a very unfortunate way to go out. But as it stands, Dog will be advancing to the top 8. So Cobra, that second game was a really amazing display of skill. And that will stand out in my mind as being the essence of your performance here. But Dog will be advancing to the top 8. We'll get that set up in a moment. And we'll be back. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, that second game was crazy. It didn't start out, I was like, oh boy, here's another one. But then he like came roaring back. Well, the kid's showing you something, you know? He's got something in him. He'll win one if he keeps at it. All right, what are we doing? What am I doing? I don't know. Game 2, we got to set up DENGLER. And DENGLER is seed 8, right? Matthew Lowe is continuing the gift sub they got from Doge Nestris. Thank you so much, Matthew Lowe. Mino Floof gifting a tier 1 sub to Cobra. Thank you, Mino Floof. Appreciate that. Can you have like a 7-minute break? That's fine. Guys, we're going to come back at 5:37. It's 5:30 right now. That is totally fine. So I will just run this pre-roll and we'll be back. You know, the guy asked nicely. What can I say? All right, while we're here, I'm going to bother you again about Matcherino. The prize pool currently stands at $1,420.69. And if we can get to right now we're paying the top 4. If we get to our $2,000 incentive, that is going to get us to our top 8. And we can pay those top 8, and that means that both of these players you're going to see will get a prize, right? They each won their round 1 match, and they will get a prize. But right now, they won't, right? Only one of them will. But if we get to 2,000, they will. So if you want to contribute to that prize pool, you want to make it grow, there's only one way to make it grow. We do not have sponsors or anything like that. The only way to make that prize pool grow is to go to ctm.gg/Matcherino, use the Matcherino command here in chat, bring up the links, click on the link. It's an easy login, 2 clicks to log in, and then you can contribute. And it is $7 Sunday, so if you want to contribute something with $7 or, you know, something with a bunch of 7s, $17, $27, those are all good. $7 Sunday. Or even, you know, $77. What the heck? Why not? Let's do it. Yes, it currently stands at $14.20.69. Fruit Salad says, very funny, guys, but it was Game Scout who got us there. Everybody thinks, oh, Game Scout, oh, it's so wholesome, but he's the one that got us to $14.20.69. Blame Game Scout. Also, just to put in a plug for the Patreon, if you want to support the channel, do so at patreon.com/monthly Tetris. This provides us the regular, predictable, recurring revenue that every enterprise in the world needs in order to ensure their ongoing, continued survival. It is very nice to know how much is going to come in. It basically tells me, oh, Vandy, do you need to go get a part-time job at HEB, or can you continue to put time and effort into Classic Tetris Monthly? And right now, well, it's borderline, but I'm still doing it. So if you want to help us out, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Want to thank our contributors, Mega Masters level, Scott Gray 76, K9 watching Tetris, Tacnerus. Thank you very much. Masters level, Corporal 381 shall be satisfied at the bracket sponsor level, Catkit 91J in the window, Troy Dan Kim S. Sticker and double sticker club level members. Thank you very much. Community level members as well. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. Everyone sticker club level and above has the option to receive what are supposed to be monthly, but often ends up bi-monthly stickers, but it should average out to at least a couple of stickers per month on average. So yeah, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. We got to ship some out in the next 10 days. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the pre-roll on. We shall return in about 3 minutes, and then we will start with Dog and Dangler.
Alright folks, I'm back. We are now in our next match. Going here, players needs a little bit of a break. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that? I don't know. Okay, baby, what did I say? Did I say something, like that By the way, thank you to somebody. Yes, we had another contribution to the prize pool from our bottle in the amount of $23.75. Obara said, join Tetris for the non-pros. Tetris for the non-pros. TNP is a classic Tetris league for the rest of us. So definitely go ahead and find that out if you're around and pop the link into the chat. That is okay. Thank you for the contribution to the prize pool. That gets us up to 1444.44. So we are closing in on it. We've got, tomorrow's stream and then the final stream to make it up. So, see what's happening on DENGLER's side here. I'm refreshing in the screen. TNP.tetris.lol. Okay. Players, if you want to go to your menu, that will let me know that you really are serious about starting. And then we can start. I might have to adjust the stencil a little bit on one of these players. There we go. That's close enough. My dog is serious about starting. And then I just need to get... Okay. Let's go ahead and get these players their pieces. Do I have robot voice on?
On purpose? No, I don't. Oh, I didn't know that. I must have hit the button. All right, here are the pieces.
Your pieces are 4B76C7.
That's the seed. That's the classic Tetris bot giving you the pieces.
Around the world, around the world.
All right, 4B76C7.
Guys, why are they tickling the controller?
All right, anyway. It is round 2, so we should make it say round 2. Both players are ready, so we should probably... Yeah, where's Dog Zero? There it is. Should make it say round 2. It is round 2. Dog and DENGLER are here. The winner goes to the semifinals. They are ready. I am ready. You're all ready. Let's get them started. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Player on the left is Dog, our number 1 seed in the tournament, qualifying in with a 1.84 million. The first player ever to get the rebirth earlier this month, playing to and through level 255. Looping background, going background all the way to level 91. Also, you know him as your two-time CTWC world champion. Long bar goes down there for Dog. Dog won in 2020 and 2021, arguably the most difficult years because it was online and anybody worldwide could play. So there was really no barrier to entry. So I think it had the toughest player pools relative to their time ever. So Dog won both of those years. Also an 8-time CTM winner, both in Masters and in the Lone Star Championship. So Dog won 8 times overall, has made it to the finals of the Masters event an additional 5 times, including last month, and has made it to the Masters event semifinals an additional 9 times. So if I count right, that's 23 times in the semis or higher for Dog here in Masters. And by the way, has also won a DAS Masters event, the second one ever in August, and was 5th in the Jonas Cup this year. So Dog, I would say, pretty good at Tetris. Pretty darn good. Also, yeah, the current score world record holder at 29.4 million, which he got in his rebirth game. On the right side, DENGLER, qualifying in seed 8 with a 1.53 million points. Known for his accomplishment of the first perfect max out. Yes, that is a max out starting all the way, what was it, 18? I think it was 18 or not. Probably almost certainly 18. And yeah, it had to be 18. And then all Tetrises the entire way. No burns, no singles, no doubles, triples, all Tetrises the entire way. DENGLER looking for his first CTM Masters event win. Has never made it to the finals, has made it to the semifinals 2 times, and both of those were the previous 2 months. So DENGLER on the upswing. This year he did win the Northeast Regional for CTWC. He was in the top 4 of the CTWC World Championship this year and in the top 8 last year. 324 for DENGLER right now, 210 for Dog. No, I don't mean earliest max out. I mean the perfect max out. Did I say earliest? It is a perfect max out. Competitively, in the database that I have access to, these players have played 4 times, once in CTL, but then very notably in the Classic Tetris World Championship in 2024 and 2023, DENGLER was knocked out by Dog both times. In 2024, top 4 for DENGLER, top 8 for him in 2023. Knocked out by Dog both times, and was knocked out last month by Dog as well. So maybe a little bit of vengeance on the mind of DENGLER. 464 right now, 373 for Dog. Oh no, kind of a ghost burn there from DENGLER. You can tell by his reaction. I think he thought that was going to burn away, so that can interrupt your timing a little bit. You expect a line to burn and it doesn't, and of course you get that line clear delay that gives you that extra split second to kind of adjust and think and just kind of, okay, I've got this small little window of time to, and then when it doesn't happen, that can really throw you off. So that is why it is significant. 504 here for DENGLER, 431 for Dog. There's a Tetris DENGLER 550, 454 for Dog. And even in the CTL match that they played earlier this year, Dog won that one as well. So in my database, I don't have DENGLER with a win against Dog, and so I think this would be a pretty important match for DENGLER. Would love to take out Dog here, especially to get to the semifinals of CTM. 625 here for DENGLER. He's heading into 20 with a 650. And Dog back by over 100,000 points right now. There's a Tetris into level 25, 61. DENGLER Tetris 768, 180,000 points ahead. Dog's going to get that Tetris, and you know, Dengler is ahead by a couple of lines here, I guess about anywhere between 3 and 7 lines. Small amount. That can change if a player starts to build a little bit higher. Pieces start to come in faster. Skimming a Tetris for Dengler, 858. Dog's got one, 728. So about 130,000 point difference. Dengler gonna uncover that well, wait for the bar. To the triple. While he's waiting for that bar, and a little bit of a drought these players are undergoing. That's a big skill here in Tetris, is what do you do when the game doesn't serve you any bars? And there you go. Tetris there for Dengler. Dog's going to get that bar now and the other one. Okay, 830 for Dog, 934 for Dengler. Gilded Lizard getting the trouts out. Max out for Dengler into or on 26. Tetris for Dog, he's still back by about 130,000 points in a couple of lines as well. But a lot can happen. We're just about 20 lines away from that 29 transition. The speed will double, believe it or not. Tetris Dengler B03, the B for the 1.1 million. By the way, YouTube, just in case you're wondering, both of these players are well over the age of 13, so please do not restrict comments. Thank you. Dengler into 29 at 1.2 million. Max out here for Dog into 29. Tetris for Dog. Dengler setting up, gets a Tetris C99, about a 200,000 point lead, more than that. Tetris for Dengler again, D39. Tetris for Dog, B10. All right, Dog set up in the middle there, column 6, waiting out the bar. No, he's going to have to cover and try to work this away. Oh no, Dengler going to top out a D62 here on 32. And Dog has got runway here. The target is D63. And Dog's board a little bit messed up, so he's going to have to find a way out of this. This is the opportunity that he's needed all game. Oh no, that T to the left is not going to get over. He's going to have to figure this out. Trying to uncover that center well, and this is kind of the danger of setting up that center well, is it's so hard to maintain and deal with basically 2 wells on 29. What can he do? Oh no, he can't get anything over, and Dog will just never be able to get that center well. Ends up topping out at B62, and Dengler is good in game number 1. You think maybe if Dog had that well over on that right side, might have been able to navigate, but that's one of the dangers. You know, I'm not going to tell Dog how to play by any means. He's the best, but that is one of the things to look out for when you've got that well going. So, all right, Dengler gets the point. All right, let's give these players their pieces. Marvino, thanks for the tier 1 resub, 6 months. Says boom Tetris for Jeff. K9 watching Tetris with the 3-2-1 countdown bits 11 minutes ago. Says go Dog go. Thank you very much. And K9 also gigantified an emote. Thank you very much, K9, for doing that. 80AC88. When you've got a moment, 80AC88. But take your time. No big deal. It's early. Emily Lee says, sometimes out of the corner of my eye, the rolling style looks like the players are very seriously playing a banjo.
Why are they playing the banjo?
All right, the pieces are 80AC88. I don't know. They're looking on as if they don't see it. Do they know that's the pieces? It's there. I mean, it's been there the whole time. Okay. All right. All right. AC88. Okay. Both players are ready. It's game number 2. Dengler is up 1-0 over the 8-time CTM champion Dog. Let's go 3, 2, 1. Tetris. By the way, if there's somebody, I forgot to report the matches for yesterday. So if there's somebody that wants to remind me of what the results are so I can report them right now, that would probably be a good thing to do. I don't remember what they were. I mean, I know what the winners were, but I don't remember the scores. Okay, we're underway in game number 2. Arbaro is there. Thank you very much, Arbaro and Sonic. $140 for Dog after a Tetris as we get underway in game number 2. $160 for Dengler. Both players with the white-colored walls, the wood bedroom sets, and the blue shirts. So really, I mean, it's like, you know, it's like the same guy. Very similar on the left and right. Even down to the hair. Like, what is happening? Are they just making these teenagers in a factory somewhere? I want to remind you that if you're watching live and you like watching live, tomorrow is our final preliminary bracket of the Masters event. That is going to be the blue bracket, and that is going to be one to watch. That's going to be Miles versus Laser, the Cuber, and Fractal versus Ramations. So those will be 2 fun matches. Those are going to start 23 hours from this very moment. So 24 hours minus 1 wherever you are. 310 Dengler, 305 from Dog. What if we are watching live, but we don't like to watch live? I mean, it's probably the right attitude. You probably should watch live, and you should probably dislike it. 333 Dengler, 351 from Dog. All right, pretty darn close in lines and score right now. Dog gonna get that Tetris 1 row off the bottom. Dengler trying to uncover that right side well, does so. He's gonna go to work taking care of that little gap there in column 9. Now he's got a clean stack. Getting a little bit droughted right now. Long bar now, Tetris. Tetris Dog 476. So just about the same line count. Dog with about a 1 Tetris lead. Tetris Dengler, same score, 5 lines apart. Dog will get that Tetris now. In their previous matches in CTWC and CTM, Dog won the matches all in a sweep. This is the first time in either of those two contexts that Dengler has won a game. Now, Dengler did, when he went out against Dog in CTL, it was 3-2 Dog. 563 here for Dengler on 19. And long bars over, Tetrises for both of them. Dog with the 622 on 34. There's another Tetris for him, 646. Dengler's board high but flat. There's a long bar over for Tetris, 617. And another one, 643. So players within just a couple thousand points of each other when they're... Well, no, I guess Dengler ahead right now by 11 lines and back now by... 20,000 points here. So we'll see if they converge in terms of their line counts at some point. And it looks like, yeah, the pieces are a bit droughty here. Oh, adjustment there for Dengler to make room for that T. That didn't even look legal. What the heck? Tetris Dengler 767, 786 Dog. It was like the last split moment to make that adjustment. Like the last millisecond, and it just didn't even look legal. Tetris Dog 842. Tetris Dengler 828. Dengler ahead by 10 lines and back by about 17,000 points. Dengler will get that Tetris now. Oh no, so for Dengler, that J piece didn't make it all the way to the left. That's going to delay clearing this down, but okay. It'll cost a few lines. It'll cost some pace. Dog back into the lead. Tetris Dengler 906. We're now at 1444 in the prize pool. So to be on pace, we need to make 400 per stream, right? Because we have 5 Masters streams, and so we're behind a little bit. So if we can get to that 1600 this stream, then we'll be on pace to get to our goal. Dengler going to pull back that piece there to make room for that long bar. Get that Tetris. Max outs for both players. A09 Dengler, A51 for Dog. And Dengler waiting out a bar. There's a bar finally for Dengler. He's 1 line away. He's going to take a Tetris into 29. Already with another Tetris set up, but gets a Tetris. B26 for Dengler. B02 for Dog. He's got 2 more Tetrises available potentially if he can get the bars. He's going to take these burns down. He's not messing around. He knows he can sort of make it up here on 29. Transitions in about B51. Dengler's board starting to get a little bit high here. No bar coming, and he's going to top out at B70. The target for Dog is B71. And he's got all day here. He's got about 90 lines to work with just to get a few thousand points. And he is now in line out mode, and he's going to get it. Dog will take game number 2. Kind of Dengler, you know, had those, you can see that column 3, 6 lines up there. So he just had no burns that he could take, and, you know, just had to go all in on the bar. It didn't come, and that was that. But DANV says, where was that against me? For real. All right, let's get these players some pieces now. Frank Bryce with the Prime resub. Thank you very much, Frank. Appreciate that. K9 Watching Tetris has gigantified a dog emote for 60 bits. Thank you for gigantifying an emote. If you want to gigantify an emote, go ahead, 60 bits. New pieces are going to be 7F095E, 7 Foxtrot 095 Echo. Seven F095E. Yeah, you can take a breather if you need to. If you need a moment, that is fine. That is, you know, we're fine. You can take a minute. That is fine. All right, well, both players are ready. They got their pieces in. Let us go. Get them started. What was once a best of 5, now virtually a best of 3 between Dog and Dengler. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Dog out of my current state of residence, Texas. Dengler out of my home state, Massachusetts. I hope that's okay to say. I think that is known, right? That's known. All right, Tetris Dengler 68,000 as we get underway here. Dog taking his first burn. Oh man, I'm doxing everyone. I'm doxing teenagers. Ay, ay, ay. My God. Get me off of Twitch. Tetris Dog 114, 114 for Dengler as well. All right, Dog filling out that left. Would like a bar here. And just the game not giving it. And he's holding out really well for that bar, but just can't seem to get a well-timed bar. And Dengler kind of up high here too, experiencing this drought in an entirely different way than Dog is. And a Tetris down there for Dengler, gets it, and another one. Okay, Dengler back down near the bottom, out of danger. $260 for Dengler, $216 for Dog. All right, Tetris Dangler 329. 265 for Doug. Doug, of course, again, getting that rebirth earlier this month. I did see it reported in some of the gaming media. I mean, what is next now? I know that there are things that people want to get. DAS 1.4. I'm sure people would like to get their own gym rebirths. Some people still working on colors, working on Game Crash, their first ones. But it'll be interesting to see what sort of the next thing will be. Next month should be interesting. We do have No Cap November. Long bar over Tetris Dangler, but he has to make a gap while he's doing that. Falkite says he's getting colors tomorrow. All right, let's see it. Oh, whoops. Dangler getting up high again here, triple to bring this down, and a Tetris. We do see this sometimes from Dangler where it's a very dangerously high, and there's a lot of acrobatics to be done up high. Long bar down, Dangler. Of course, he's got that perfect max out, and if you watch, some of his games on his way to get that, I mean, they are just, obviously you can't take any burns, so kind of a master of this no burn style. But it doesn't always translate to comp, so of course he has to adjust from that way of stacking to more competitive, friendly stacking. Tetris Dangler 570. What is Dog's PB? It's right there on the screen, 29.4 million in an uncapped game with the crash removed. 641 Dangler transition into 19. Huge transition pace. There's another Tetris 665. Dog still 8 lines to go. There's one Tetris for him, 595, angling for a level for a 600k transition as well. There's a Tetris for Dog into 19 at 619, so another double 600. And I feel like those are getting more and more common. I mean, I feel like we've seen a lot of them this month, but yeah, it could just be, I mean, who knows? Someone will look at the data and say, well, actually, we had more of them in April. Okay. But it seems like they're just a lot more common, double 600. So players still continuing to get better. 789 Dangler, 681 Dog. No, we're not going to delete 18. We already had, some pretty consequential top outs in this broadcast on 18. But it's still not a given. Just, oh, well, they could just robotically get a 750 transition on, 18 every time. All right, Dangler working this down. Tetris Dog, 728. Tetris Dangler. $773 from Dog. Dangler just on a tear at 963. He is 10 lines ahead of Dog and about 160,000 points ahead in score. It is a real lead, but that line difference is something to note. Tetris, Dog, 846. Dengler 10 lines away from now from that 29 transition. The speed will double. All right, that left side for Dengler seems to be an accident. But he's going to bring it down. He's got 4 lines to go until 29. He's got a Tetris set up. Dog at 914 on 27. Dengler going to triple twice there into 29. He's at B15. So a 1.1 transition for Dengler. And he's going to go, go, go. Dog's pace cooled off significantly since that 600K 19 transition. Oh no, that hang on the left for Dengler. What can he do? The answer is nothing. That's going to be a top out from Dengler at B44. So Dog with a chase down target of B45. It's 142,000 points to get. He's got 80 lines to get there. Tetris is at this level worth right now 36,400. So, you know, 4 Tetrises over the course of that amount. And so Dog having trouble here. I'm not... Oh, my goodness. Okay, looks like he's working it. Oh, that right side is going to be a problem. And Dog not able to complete the chase down. So Dengler kind of handed him a bit of a gift here. It's hard to say that, you know, post 29, like, you know, topping out at all, you know, is a gift. But Dog had that chase down of you. He had the lines to do it, but not able to do it here. So Dengler gonna hang on for a win in game number 3. By the way, if you like the music that we are listening to, you can support the artist, Flexstyle, flexstyle.bandcamp.com. If you like that music, I like it. And if you like it, support the artist. You can go ahead and buy the albums on Bandcamp. And yeah, I mean, he's been allowing us to use the music for 7 years. I can't imagine CTM without Flexstyle. So if you want to support the artist, go to flexstyle.bandcamp.com. Thank you so much, Flexstyle. All right, we're going to go ahead and give players pieces. If you still want to, if you need a moment, you can have a moment here. The pieces are going to be A6, F9, B4. Blip, 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 blip. But you can still take a moment, players, if you need it. Also, tomorrow it's going to be our blue bracket. So make sure to tune in. It's going to be 23 hours from now. Basically, Miles versus Laser, Fractal versus Ramations. That should be a banger. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in that one. All right. A6, F9, B4, Alpha 6, F9, B4. Let's make sure those are right. A6, F9, B4. Whenever you're ready, players, that's fine.
We prefer doing things our own way.
Let's see. Is that dress blue or is it gold? All right, both players are ready. It is game number 4. Dengler up 2-1 over our 8-time champion dog. Let's go ahead and get them started in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Is it Laurel or Yanni? Green needle. Oh, I gotta get rid of the seed checker. There we go. Goodbye. Thank you. Boy, the seed checker looks really ugly when it's not a seed in there, doesn't it? All right, couple Tetrises on the board for Dog. Dengler has got 3.
We prefer doing things our own way.
All right, long bar over here for Dengler. Nice long bar in the middle for a Dog to help clean this out. And open up that well. Gets a Tetris on that right side. 77,000 for Dog. 136 for Dengler.
Oh no, sir. We prefer doing things our own way.
All right, Dengler with the Vits. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of Vits this stream, so all you Vits enjoyers, there's one, a gift to you from Dengler. Tetris Dengler 205. There's one for Dog 147. Just about the same line count. All right, Dengler taking a few skims here as he waits out the bar. All right, Dog working this down. There's a nice square to help clear out that left side. And that T will help, and a long bar down for the Tetris for Dog. 179, 236 for Dengler. That was a pretty long drought. Yeah, that's the one thing I wish we did have, the drought counter and all that. You know, there is that Nestris Champs, which is a really good, handy piece of software. But it does require a little bit of setup there. Dengler with the adjustment, it was kind of the wrong adjustment. So he had to pick on the fly there, but it's all right, no problem. Still clean. Tetris Dog 270, 327 for Dengler. What happened to Max Out Club, by the way? I think it still exists, but I don't think it's actively updated or worked on. All right, Dengler there with sort of an adjustment there. Ends up having to take a spin as a result. No big deal. Still flat, still clean, still good. There's an adjustment with that S to make room for that Z. Been seeing that kind of stuff a lot more thanks to working on puzzles on Nestris.org. 420 for Dengler, 319 for Dog. Tetris Dog 343. There's Dengler 471. Mr. Brain says, I prefer not having a drought counter with SPS matches. Well, that's true. It kind of depends on the commentator. I do think there is a bit of a tendency for people to spoil the drought or to leak the drought to the other player. And so you got to try hard not to do that until the lagging player also gets the piece, right? There's a Tetris Dangler 540, 413 for Dog. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. Okay, 586 for Dangler, 460 for Dog. $506 Dog, 633 for Dangler. Potentially two more. He's got 125 lines. There's one Tetris for Dangler. All right, he's going to set up here, waiting out the bar. There's the bar. And a 679 for Dangler. Another big transition pace here for Dangler. There's a Tetris for Dog. He's at 553. That T for Dangler, pretty slick here, but he's going to miss that S spin, so that's going to cause a couple extra lines of burning. Dog is in at 577. It's a pretty healthy score as well. All right, Dangler taking a couple of burns here. Dog going to take a few burns. We're waiting out bars again. There's a bar for Dog. He's going to get it, 621. There's one Dangler. And another one, 776. So Dangler now about 11 lines ahead on our screen. $888 for Dangler. He's Tetris's 918th, 674 for Dog. There's a Tetris for Dog, 703 on 23. I mean, Dangler just pacing right now. So Dog back by about 246,000 points. But probably in the back of Dog's mind somewhere, it's like, okay, well, I've seen times where he's topped out here, so maybe I can sort of, obviously there's a bunch of things that go in your head competitively. And so Dangler also has to think of that as well, right? So there's a lot to this. There's people that criticize Classic Tetris competitive as, well, it's not really competitive because the player's actions don't affect the other player. There is no garbage that's sent over, And that's a fair point, but certainly your opponent's tendencies and what they do and, how they play is certainly relevant. Oh, there's the spin tuck for Dangler of that J piece. You love to see it. Oh, my word. 871 here for Dog. Dangler with the 1.1 on 27. There's a Tetris Dog, 911. Dangler has three more Tetrises potentially available, but he's going to burn away at least one of those. So now he's got one more Tetris available, B95. He's going to have to take a double here, and we'll see if he waits out for it. And he's just going to take that triple in. And he's at C17 here on 29. Dog at 981. We'll see how Dangler decides to handle this. He is nice and low right now. Creating a little bit of a gap here. Triple gets over with that long bar. Long bar over Tetris for Dog. He's in at A53 with the max out. Right now he's back by about 190,000 points, but he's also back by 16 lines, right? So Dog has lines in hand as well. So that is certainly relevant. It is not as big of a disparity as you'd think at first. So Dog has lines in hand. C62 for Dengler, B10 for Dog. Oh no, Dengler's left side is a real mess. And boy, he's gonna really have to do something. Oh no, and Dengler gonna top out at C69. So Dog has got another chase down chance here. Needs to get to C70. He's got a lot of time here. He's got 60 lines to do it to make up about 110,000 points. It's around 3 Tetrises. So he's got all the time in the world to get it. And those misdrops on that left side of the board that high are so tough on 29 to deal with. So you can see Dog take some of these more safe ways here. He's not trying to force those Tetrises in. He knows he's got time to get them. And he can make up a lot of these points just with, singling and doubling. So he does not, even though it's 3 Tetrises worth of points, he does not have to get them all by the Tetris. So he's got 30 lines to go until that 39 super kill screen. And really now he's like 1 Tetris away. All right, he's going to take that double down there, and he's just going to kind of work this down bit by bit. He's actually set up for a Tetris if he can get a quick bar. The long bar goes in, and he gets it. So Dog is good in game number 4. He knew the situation. He knew what he had to do. And he knew what he had done sort of the previous game where he kind of failed that chase down. And so he wasn't going to take any chances. He was going to get the lines that he needed and bring it down. And Dog has taken game 4 and forced a decider. So great chase down from Dog. And now it's decider time. Not a reverse decider, just a regular one. There we go. So yeah, that was the other issue for Dog, is he had lines in hand too. You know, I mean, that kind of, you can kind of get a sense of like, all right, I got a little more time than I thought I did, and who knows, maybe even knows just from, I don't know, the commentary. Maybe he knows what's ahead. So there's definitely gamesmanship here. T. Elizabeth says, love me a decider right before the WNBA finals. All right, let's go ahead and get the pieces for the players. The pieces are DE9D6B, DE9D6B, Delta Echo 9 Delta 6 Bravo. When you're ready, players, you can take, a moment. Obviously, it isn't a decider. So if you need a moment to chill, that is fine. I'll tell you, though, that pot roast Sue's cooking smells awesome. She's making it in the Instant Pot. Brown it all around and then get in that Instant Pot. It's awesome. All right, Delta Echo 9D6B is the seed. All right, DE96B, they both got it. They're both ready. I'm ready. You are all ready. It's a decider. The winner goes to the semi-finals. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And I gotta get rid of the seat checker again. Okay. Ba-ba-ba. All right. No matter what happens, it's already Dengler's best showing against Dog in CTM or CTWC with these two games. This is fun. I love a decider. I don't know if the players like him so much. I'm sure they would rather just breeze through every match. You know, 3 games to none every single time. But you, the fans, you certainly love him. Myth Power says, shout out to Tim, who got me into this crazy scene. All right, well, shout out to Tim. Tim, if you're watching or listening or whatever, you've been shouted out. All right, Tetris for Dog, 91,000. Dengler also at 91,000. Tetris Dengler. And Dengler, all Tetrises so far. That's familiar territory for him. Finally going to take a single. DJ Mr. Bro says, it's all your fault, Tim. Tim. Yeah, the YouTube algorithm is what got me into the whole classic Tetris scene, although there wasn't much of a Tetris scene. There was just CTWC and then, you know, a couple of random streamers and then a tiny little tournament called CTM. Wow, look at that adjustment from Dengler with that T. That was crazy. That was wild. 232 Dengler, 172 for Dog. Dengler gets a Tetris. Spida says, someone named Tim took my mom out for a nice seafood dinner and never called her back. Well, Tim, that Tim is a jerk. Hana says puzzle adjustment. All right, Dengler here has a couple of burns to take before he can be Tetris ready again. Let's go to allow Dog to make up some of this deficit. Yeah, how I got into it, I had been like looking up like Zelda speed running or something on the YouTube algorithm. So I guess the YouTube algorithm said, "Oh, you must want to watch competitive gaming." So here's was it Jeff or was it Alex Kerr? I think it was Jeff or Alex Kerr, something like that. And I had also been looking up how to play Tetris at home, like not at home, but like on a flat screen because I did not have a CRT. And so then after those two things, it decided to give me, it was either the Jeff or the Alex Kerr one with Jonas. Then I joined a Discord server and started watching people streaming. And there's only a couple of people streaming Tetris around that time. You know, Harry, Jonas, and then like 2 or 3 other random people. Discord server had like 120 people in it when I joined, something like that. It wasn't a lot. But now we're up to like, I don't know, 5,000. And almost all of them are legitimate accounts, which is crazy. No, only about half of them. All right. 480 for Dengler, 390 for Dog. Dengler again a bit ahead in lines, is playing up a little bit higher. Tetris for Dog 438. So again, you know, if this kind of holds out, Dog has a few lines in hand. Witch Hunting says, Salt's video got me into this. Been loving it. Well, there you go. Summoning Salt. Tetris Dog at 507, 571 for Dengler. Yeah, I would say like a couple years before I, you know, found the Twitch Tetris community, I always loved Tetris as a kid. It was like my number 2 favorite game besides Punch-Out. And another 600k transition for Dengler. Up kind of high here though. Let's watch him bring this down. I did actually buy an NES again like in 2016 or something like that, and I tried to hook it up to my flat screen, but the lag was so bad. I'm like, I can't play this, so I just put everything away. I was like, I'm not gonna buy your CRT. All right, 697 Dengler, 603 here for Dog on 19. It's actually much closer here because Dengler ahead by about 2 Tetris's worth of lines. Although Dengler's lead is a real lead, but pretty small. Averix got into this through the Uncle Mike. Oh, really? I didn't know there were any Uncle Mike folks who came in through the story of Uncle Mike. That's pretty funny. Tetris Dengler, 779, 642 for Dog. Summoning Salt is maybe the best. He's not maybe the best. He is definitely the best for sure. There's no question about that. But yeah, it is weird that Summoning Salt... yeah, that is weird. Anyway. $760 for Dog, $886 for Dengler. Dengler with a Tetris, Dog with a Tetris. Dengler ahead by about 130,000 points. Ahead by about 8 lines. Dog with gaps in the stack right now. Sky came in from Scout CTM recaps. Oh, nice. Max out for Dengler on 26. Yeah, it would be fun if someone made these CTM recaps. I think those were super fun. Obviously, it's not economic for a Scout to make them. They take a lot of time and they don't bring in a lot, but they were fun. That's for sure. A83 for Dengler, 822 for Dog. Dirty Tetris for Dengler. He's got the 1.1 and room for maybe 2 more Tetrises before 29. 858 for Dog. Kind of a similar situation to that previous game. All right, Dengler is into 29 at about B40 something. All right, Dengler piling high on that left side. Does not want to miss any 5 taps or anything like that. So piling high on that left side. Perfect clear for Dengler on level 39. 11 transition for Dog. Decent board here. Set up for a Tetris. Gets it. 956 for Dog. Another Tetris for Dog. 993. Dengler at C28. Tetris for Dog, A39. He's back by about 200,000 points. Both players clean. Dog gets another Tetris. C36 for Dengler. He's going to take a triple to bring this down. He's got the lead. He can afford to take a few safety burns here. Another Tetris for Dog, B28. Tetris for Dengler, C95. All right, Doug trying to bring this down over on the down the bottom here. Oh, that left side is going to be a problem. Dengler's board starting to climb a little bit as well. All right, Dog bringing this down. Dengler's board back in. Oh, that was a dirty triple for Dog. I kind of missed one of the lines there. All right, and Dog's break. Oh, Dog gonna miss with that T just when he had it almost brought all the way back down. E76 for Dengler into level 36. Board starting to climb for Dog. He gets that bar to the right though, and Dog just trying to bring this down. All right, he gets a triple here. Dengler with 21 lines to go until that level 39. He skims, he takes a Tetris F84. Dog, 35 lines to go. There's a Tetris C40. He's got to make up a lot here. He's got to make up, boy, over like 250,000 points, and not a lot of time to do it. There's a Tetris for Dog, and Dengler making sure not to top out. Dengler's got the rollover. Dog trying to set up for a Tetris here, taking a couple of burns here. Every burn is really painful here for Dog. Dengler setting up for one last Tetris. That left side for Dog is not going to leave him many options, and I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. Dengler with the rollover, the 1.6 top out. The target for Dog is 1.65. I don't think there's any way he's going to get there. Dengler knows it, and Dengler is going to celebrate his victory. Dog not able to complete the chase down this time. Dengler did what he needed to do, so GG's to both of our players. Dengler, for the first time ever, has beaten Dog in CTM or CTWC. So that is a great feat for Dengler. So let's let's show that. It's not meme, it's Dengler. What are you, number 8? Or what are you, 8? What are you, 8? There it is. Dengler is your bracket winner. So GG's to you, Noah Dengler. You will be moving on to the semifinals for the third month in a row, by the way. And of course, kudos to Dog. Dog put in a really gutsy performance. Didn't quite have it this month, but certainly a gutsy performance for him. I'll never forget that chase down. He was so far behind, and that chase down perfectly engineered. But Dengler is going to be able to outlast Dog there. So, all right, a worthy semi-finalist in a thrilling decider. Noah Dengler, you will be moving on to face the winner of tomorrow's action. And I will show you what that is in a moment. Give me a second here. Okay. Yes. So our semifinals right now look like this. That is not what they look like. They look like this. What happened to red? I don't know what happened to red. Did I not report red? All right. What was Tristop? Was Scooty a sweep over Tristop? I believe it was. Is that what it was? I think Scooty swept Tristop, right? I think that's what it was. Anybody who remember? Yeah, it was a sweep. All right, Sonic remembers. All right. Oh wait, hold on. We're gonna show you what it looks like. This is me doing my homework at the last minute, like I've been doing for 40 years. Okay, so that is the semifinals situation. It's going to be me versus Blue Scooty. Dengler versus the winner of tomorrow's bracket, which is Miles versus Laser Monkey, aka Philip, the cubing guy. Fractal versus Ramations. And the winner of those two matches will go and play a match that determines who that semi-final is. So that is what is going to happen. A thrilling game here between Dog and Dengler. And we are now left with one more match to do. That's going to be tomorrow in approximately 22 hours. Okay? 22 hours from now, you're going to be watching this and you're going to be amazed. And then the semis and finals, we have no idea where that's going to be. All right. Thank you so much to everybody who contributed to the prize pool. If you want to make the prize pool bigger, well, we need you to do that. Right now, we can pay the top 4. We really want to pay the top 8. In order to do that, we need to get to $2,000. Tomorrow will be, I don't know, something Monday. I don't know. Whatever. But we need you to contribute to that prize pool. We need to get to that 2,000. Thanks to everybody who has done so during this stream. I believe it was Arbaro, Game Scout, Maitre, Witien, Kip, Hilbert, Space, Uncle Ungie, Jade Hart, and Ben Jacobs. Also want to thank again Scott Gray for the big contribution of $1,000 and Kip Duran for the $100 to get us most of the way there. We really need a lot of 5s, 10s, and 20s though, guys. So if you want to see this whole thing continue and these players keep coming back, let's get it going. Also want to thank our patrons, patreon.com/monthly Tetris. If you want to be a patron, Scott Gray 76K9 watching Tetris, Tacnerus contributing at that Mega Masters level, Masters level, Corporal 381 shall be satisfied, bracket sponsor level, CatKit 91J in the window, Troy Dan, Kim S, sticker and double sticker club level members and community level members. Thank you all very much. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris. And also thanks to FlexStyle again for the music. Okay, let us go ahead. Oh wait, Tim is here in chat. Tim, thanks for getting whoever that was into Tetris. Big shout out to you as well. Okay, I guess I have to find a raid target. Who should we raid? I don't know. I'm not raiding Simply. Should I raid Simply? I don't know if I want to expose everybody to Simply. I mean, that's kind of an experience. So maybe we'll keep it in house here. Who is not playing a match? Everybody's playing a match. That's the problem. All right, we're gonna go to Classic Tetris League. They're just getting started. Will be nice. There's TNP bronze as well, but this primetime stuff over on CTL. They're doing like Division 1 stuff. Okay, Raid Classic Tetris League. TMP might be better gameplay than CTL right now. Well, we'll go to CTL. All right, take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and see you tomorrow. All right, YouTube.